So exactly 1 year ago in September 2024, it seemed like Puerto Pollensa was plagued by red flags on the resort centre beaches following rain. But will it be the same today? Now, if you've been following the channel, you'll know that I was down here just 48 hours ago actually filming on the far side of the resort. If you haven't seen that video, I'll drop it in the description text below this video. But I'm over here in the main square in Puerto Pollensa because I want to show you what the beaches are like over here in September. Now, if you've also been following the channel, you'll know that we had a huge heavy rainstorm last week. And also on Friday, the reason I abandoned filming was because another rainstorm came over too. But I did promise I'd show you this area of the resort, so let's turn the camera around and let's check it out today. So I'm in the location of the weekly market, which takes place every Wednesday morning from around 8:30 a.m. until about 1:30 in the afternoon. And I'm just panning the camera around here. Now, this main square, while it is busy and bustling at night, it's actually very, very quiet this Sunday afternoon. Admittedly, most people are probably around the beach or at the pool, but let's take a walk down in the direction of the Cafe 1919. Now, I do want to show you what this resort is like daytime as well, because as we roll through September, well, we're not going to get perfect weather every single day of the month. We are going to get sometimes cloudy days, we are sometimes going to get rainy days, at which point I'm guessing many of these restaurants during the afternoon and during the day will get a lot busier. But not today, not on a lovely day like we have today. We do currently have highs of around 27 degrees Celsius. It does feel like a hint of autumn has nudged its way onto the island, but I'm not complaining at all because it has been very, very hot. But I'm just panning the camera around here to Bonnie's. You can see it opens here at exactly 1828. And as you know, this bar is very, very popular. You must get down here though to get your seat early, because every time I've been down here during the summer, it's been absolutely packed. But anyway, this is what it's looking like on the Sunday lunchtime, and it's looking very, very quiet. So just on the corner of where Mark's is today, I can see actually they do a menu del dia for just under €20. They've got actually a huge menu. I know this place is very popular actually with many viewers, but look, just to give you an idea, it looks rather good. But you can also get an idea as well of where the locals eat daytime, and it's not really around this main square area. Yes, we do have a couple of restaurants that open, as we saw earlier, but you're going to find that some of the other restaurants that are open year round, you're going to find these to be packed on the Sunday lunchtime. And if you go back and watch my live streams from over the winter months, you can find out which restaurants those are. Okay, so I've just stepped out onto a very, very empty high street right by the little Eurosky supermarket. And we're going to take a walk down towards the Cafe 1919. Just looking down at the road here, that you can see these enormous drains here, which are, well, they're clearly designed to carry away any rainwater, which I'm pretty sure they're made good use of this week with the storms and the rain that we've had. But let's get a look at the waterfront down here in Puerto Pollensa, and let's go and take a look at those beaches. So you can see exactly where I am here. I'm right by the Cafe 1919. We've got the Mallorca area of Puerto Pollensa right in front of me. Okay, so just stepping onto the resort centre, look, I've just seen this sign here, and it's a shame I haven't actually got out to see this summer, but every Tuesday, Thursday and Friday from between 7 p.m. and midnight, there's a nightly market right along this strip here, which is fantastic actually. It runs through to the end of September, so if you're coming over this month, then you're going to have a couple of weeks to catch this. Now, we do have a little bit of cloud this afternoon coming around the back of the resort, just like I had the other day actually when I was filming. I'm really hoping it's not going to rain, because I'm going on to film a live stream over in Alcudia. Check out that video, it will already be on the channel. Let's see how I get on there, but let's keep walking down at the centre of Puerto Pollensa, because as you know, we're going to see the very first of the beaches a little bit further along. And the reason I'm saying I'm a little bit worried about the red flag situation is is that if you were watching the channel last week as well, you'll know that we had a huge storm over the island and the red flags were out down my way, down in Cala Mayor. And I'm wondering if it's still the case over here as well, particularly as we had that huge shower descend on Friday. So we're just coming up by the Diner Hotel here, and I actually started this video over in the square straight ahead of me. We've kind of looped our way around. If you're familiar with the resort, you're going to know exactly where I am. And I'm right next to the diner swimming pool as well. Anyway, just taking an initial look around here, it's not actually that busy for this Sunday afternoon in September, which is really good to see. But let's take a look at the first of our beaches. And well, I can't see any flags out at all. We're going to keep walking along. I'm also in the location of the little kids park too. And as I always say as well, please, if you are cycling along the Pinewalk here, get off your bike. Do not cycle along here. Although it's not that busy this afternoon, and we can see it's not that busy, but we constantly get cyclists coming through here. And I just heard them swearing as well. So if that was you, get off your bike. This is the way you're supposed to do it, guys. This is the way you're supposed to do it. Look, I can see some cyclists actually walking through with their bikes. I say it every single time, but please don't cycle through the centre of the resort because somebody is going to get hurt one day. So we're just coming up by the Miramar Hotel here, one of the beautiful historical hotels that we have down here in Puerto Pollensa. And it's a lovely little terrace area as well. This is Miramar guests only, I'm afraid. It's got a nice little sun area. But look, we're just coming up to another beach here. Normally, we do have flags on the beaches and it does indicate whether you can swim or not. But look, there's no flags flying today. Now this is really, really good news. If it was red flagged, then there would be a red flag in the sand, and I can't see one because pretty much at this time last year, I think we had similar weather conditions and we had the red flags out, but not today, not in the middle of September. And that's after two quite considerable rainstorms too. So, I've just bumped into John. John, hello.
Hello,
You are
Alex.
otherwise known as the Vigilant on YouTube
Yes.
as well. You always comment. It's an absolute pleasure to run into you today.
It's a pleasure to run into you as well, Alex.
So tell me, whereabouts are you staying over here in Puerto Pollensa?
I'm staying up in the Pollensa Park.
In my previous video,
Yes.
if you watched my previous video, I also spoke to another holidaymaker who's staying up at the Cabot. It's the Cabot Hotel and Spa,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes, yeah.
How's your holiday going?
Oh, it's been great. It's been great. Really enjoyed it. It's nice and quiet, peaceful, relaxing.
Yeah.
Had one day of rain, which finished about 3:30.
You obviously weren't here on the Friday then.
No, I was in Palma.
You're in
on
Palma,
Friday.
there you go. You missed the rain, you missed the rain.
Using your guidance, I
Yeah.
took the bus to Palma.
Brilliant, fantastic.
It was a very, very simple, straightforward
Yeah.
trip into Palma.
Okay.
And then catching the bus back
Yeah.
was the same.
Okay, so you've got a top tip for me, haven't you? If you're staying at the other side of the beach, you have to go and watch the other video if you haven't seen this. But if you're
Yes.
staying at the Cabot Hotel and Spa, what's the big advantage of staying on that side of the resort?
If you want to tour around the island, the bus stop there is only 7 miles or 7 minutes away,
Yeah.
which means that you can get the bus into the
Get off
main-
your bike!
Get the-
Sorry.
cyclists. You can get the bus without any problem. Go into the intermodal, the bus station, and from there you can go to anywhere in the island.
But finally, have you found Puerto Pollensa? Is it as busy? Because I know you are a regular down here.
It was probably about the same as it is in June.
What's your favourite restaurant over here?
Marks at the square,
I've just passed that actually. That's
Yeah.
a coincidence.
Bombay Port, which
Okay.
I think is the best Indian restaurant in Puerto Pollensa.
Wow.
And the other one is La Maina,
La Maina.
yeah, which is opposite Tamarell's Beach Club.
Ah, okay. That's
And you've got a great mixture of Mallorcan and other European food.
yeah,
Their
fantastic.
frito Mallorquin is delicious.
Oh my goodness! If you like liver, you'll love that. Anyway, John, it's been a pleasure. Oh my goodness! Hold on, we're in the way again. It's not cyclists. We've got a rubbish van coming. Anyway, John, it's been a pleasure to meet
Great
you
to see you
today.
again,
Lovely
Alex.
to see
Thank
you.
you so much.
Okay, enjoy the rest of your holiday.
Thank you.
So, always a pleasure to speak to one of my regulars, but just panning the camera around here, look, you can see I'm outside the Pascalino, and that is busy for a Sunday lunchtime. In fact, it is getting increasingly busier as we head on up through the centre of Puerto Pollensa this afternoon. which just goes to show you where people do like to go. Yeah, the Pascalino is really, really good value, especially for cocktails actually, if you're looking for a little bit better value for money. Gosh, I wish this cloud would clear. I'm not showing Puerto Pollensa in the best light this afternoon, but this is the thing with filming in September. You get sunshine, you get clouds, sometimes you get rain and storms. But one thing I can't see over here is red flags, which is great news. Oh, look at that, look, you walk a couple of meters up and, well, the sun's back out again. Anyway, let's keep heading along. And we're just coming up towards the Cis Pins and the terrace here, which, as you well know, does not have any sunbeds or beach umbrellas on them. They're not allowed. They're not allowed. Ongoing drama about that, but you can see, look, as we kind of roll towards 5 p.m, the sun has, well, it's just starting to go down now, and this is why I'm saying we can kind of feel autumn is on its way. But look, there was still plenty of opportunities to get sun down here. Now we're going to just have a look at this main beach a little bit further along. Let's go and see if we can spot any flags out here today. But look, just to show you actually how much rain that we have had this week, look, this is one of the outlet pipes that goes right into the water, but just looking around here, I can't actually see any flags out at all. We're going to head on just a little bit further down the Pinewalk. Are they not bothering with swimming flags this year? I don't know, but I haven't seen a single one, which is quite surprising. But look, as we come a little bit further up here, still have a few people out having a late lunch. But the beach is looking reasonably busy for September. Don't forget too, we also have plenty of residents out as well today. It's Sunday. And also just coming up past these really lovely restaurants. Don't forget as well to go back and check my video about cheaper eats behind the beach over here in Puerto Pollensa. I'll also drop that link in the description text below if you want to go and find out where the locals eat. And if you are on a budget coming over here as well, there are plenty of fantastic places. So go and watch that video. But the sea is looking very, very blue and very clean, but once again, not a flag in sight. And look at this, how pretty is this looking? I'm just coming up to where the pedalos are. Oh, and there he goes again. We nearly got run over by him again, but anyway. And good news from over here in Puerto Pollensa, in spite of a couple of days of really heavy rain that we've had over here, we can see that the green flag is flying. Now that is fantastic news. And do you know what? I'm not surprised either, because, well, the water here is really blue, it's really clean, and it's really clear, which just goes to show that every time it rains, we're not going to get red flagged beaches down here. And hopefully this puts your mind at rest if you have been seeing on social media, on the Facebook groups of red flags out in Puerto Pollensa. Well, they're not here today, and this is just days after a storm. Okay everyone, so we've had some good news over here in Puerto Pollensa today. The resort is looking amazing. Yes, it's quiet in the centre, but you can see pretty much everyone's out here on the beaches and probably down around the hotel pool as well. So if you're coming over here to Puerto Pollensa, do not worry too much if you see that we have storms. And well, we do have storms bubbling up every now and again. Don't worry about it too much, but we don't have the red flags out here today. Okay everyone, I'm going to drop a couple of videos, including the video that I filmed just 48 hours ago, just here on YouTube, and I'll drop another video appearing just here too. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.